things had been very good for a very long time, which was new to me. You know, I'm used to things going wrong.
Your view on why that is what?
I don't know. Balance of the universe. I mean, for as much good as in my life, I could probably find things that would bring me back to here that would level the average person. But since I have a lot of good, it kind of brings me back here.
Those things that are bringing you back down, or what?
It was the scam allegations. The pit of despair that I was in over Christmas time was caused by a YouTuber accusing me of scamming. Essentially, what we did this week was like hometowns.
Yeah.
Like, you know, on The Bachelor, when they do hometowns, I went to Denmark, and then we flew here, and now she's doing my hometown.
So how do you do?
How do you do?
Yeah.
Great.
I didn't get to meet her dad.
Yeah,
No?
That was the big...
Why not?
I had a bit of a mental breakdown one night, and I was in a pretty dark spot.
And dark means what for you?
For the first time in my life, I was having like suicidal thoughts. I'll never kill myself, ever. But like the fact that my brain got to that spot, and like I'm imaginative, and I can see things pretty vividly in my head. It's why I like creating videos. I can see the final product before I put it on the screen. I was seeing some dark dude. Some dark. Like, dude, I was spiraling, bro.
I mean, are you like curled up in a ball in the corner? Are you like screaming in rage?
No, I'm just crying, just sobbing.
When that's going on in that moment, like, what are you doing?
I mean, I've myself dealt with a lot of mental health issues, so I've definitely been in the same position, if not even worse. And like, I was just there to support him, and remind him that like, this is gonna pass, and we're gonna be okay, and whatever it is, we're gonna figure it out.
I felt weak, which is like uncommon for me. I'm supposed to be like the leader.
But you're human.
I know. At the end of the day, yes, I am.
You're made out of the same thing.
I know, but I feel like I have a responsibility to be tough.
How did you get through it?
We took a moment to breathe. That didn't work.
Yeah.
Then I had some anti-anxiety and panic disorder medication, which, you know, eventually returned to.
I mean, I guess that's the answer, bro.
Yeah.
I took her anti-anxiety medication.
But I mean, I knew we were gonna get through it. It was just,
Did you?
I did. Yeah. It's a matter of, I just needed you to sleep.
I couldn't sleep
yeah,
though. That was the issue. Everyone's like, yo, you have to sleep, and I couldn't sleep, and still right now I'm having trouble sleeping. I sleep like 2 hours a night right now. I think my manager, Jeff, of 8 years, and who I consider like family, essentially, like friend, may have worked together with the con man that we hired for a project and stole a couple $1 million from my fans. I cried last night, bro.
Did you?
Because it's not just a business betrayal. I love this man.
How did you find that out?
It's deep, Graham. It's deep. I'm gonna try to make this as succinct as possible. This journalist, YouTuber, crypto uncoverer guy named CoffeeZilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy, did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called Cryptozoo. It was a blockchain game that merged real animals to make hybrid animals that don't exist. I spent like 6 months of my life on it, hundreds of thousands of dollars on it, and the project fell apart. And that is an understatement. It is the most convoluted, twisted story full of backstabbing, lying, cheating, misinformation, and CoffeeZilla did a 3-part series about it.
Today, we're investigating Logan Paul's Cryptozoo, a blockchain game that made millions but never worked. Blockchain evidence shows $7.7 million was stolen by Logan's team, depending on who you believe.
I'm watching these videos because I don't know what happened with Cryptozoo. I was kept behind the scenes the whole time while Jeff was like figuring it out with the team. I'm sure you've seen the title. It's Uncovering Logan Paul's Crypto Scam. Now I'm seeing this, and I know me. I'm not a scammer. I would never scam anyone. A, I don't have to, and then also B, like, I'm hyper cognizant that I'm only in the position that I'm in because of my fans. I made this game with the purest of intentions, but the people that we put in place to create it, this guy named Eddie and an advisor we had named Jake, both turned out to be lying scumbags. Both of those people were put in those positions by Jeff. I knew Jake stole money, but I didn't know he stole $6 million. I didn't know Eddie stole $1.2 million. I thought it was like a couple $100,000. Now, I have been wanting to address Cryptozoo in this situation for a year. For an entire year, I've been on the phone with Jeff. Dude, can I say something, please? Like, the people who have these eggs either deserve to know what's happening. Is there a game? If not, can I pull the plug? Like, is the game being made? And he's like, don't worry. Like, it's being made. And so when he tells me a game is being made and a game is coming, these things take time, Logan. That's the information I'm regurgitating to my audience. I was being led on by Jeff, but it didn't feel like I was being led on. It just felt like, I don't know, I just believed what he was saying.
And you thought about parting ways with them amid the Japan video stuff and decided
do you know about that?
Stick with them. Yeah.
So multiple times, I almost dropped Jeff. At one point, just transparency about our business. Right now, our relationship is 90-10. At one point, I had him at 2.5% as like a punishment because I caught him doing some shady. And he drops the ball a lot. The issue is he wins a lot as well. Floyd Mayweather, Prime, these big moments. Here we go. This is Jeff. I haven't spoken to him since last night. Yo.
Good morning.
Good morning. How was your night?
Those are the guy. How was my night?
Yeah.
I was passed out.
Passed out. Yeah, those are the agents.
Yes, correct. Those are the agents I talked to.
And they told you that I couldn't say anything about Cryptozoo?
No, they didn't say that you can't say anything about Cryptozoo. No, that's not true.
Why did you tell me that?
No, you can say whatever you want about Cryptozoo. You just can't say anything about an investigation of the FBI.
Yes, I can, Jeff. It's all over the internet. There's tweets about Eddie being investigated by the FBI. There's articles online about Eddie being investigated.
You can't say that. You can't. That's all people saying stuff.
No, it's not, bro. No, it's not.
We'll ask the lawyer again. I was told to not say anything to anybody. So if we call the lawyers and they say, okay, go talk, like, they're definitely not going to say that.
Of course not. They're lawyers, bro, and their ass isn't on the line. And they don't have answers. I have answers to everything. I can explain everything that I did, every move I made in Cryptozoo from an honest perspective because I had a sound moral compass when I was creating that game. And the reason that I haven't is because of this ongoing investigation with the FBI, which is also why the game hasn't been made. Like, I've been led on for a year, bro, by you telling me this stuff. For a year, I've also asked you to audit the contract for the game and see where the money went so many times, and that never happened either. Do you see how this looks?
I see how it looks.
What did you do?
Tried to help to get the project done. That's all I did.
That's it?
Yep. Continuously. For 2 years.
Did you know that Jake had stolen $6 million?
No, absolutely not.
Smells fishy, Jeff.
What do you think is fishy, Logan?
I think there's a piece of information being left out.
Okay. Well, there's no information that I'm not telling you.
Okay. All right, I'll call you later. Peace.
Okay.
Maybe he's not a criminal. I want to believe him so bad. He sounds genuine to me.
Christmas Eve in Cleveland. Short while into us getting there, he's like, I think Jeff stole $2 million. Then by the end of the day, he's like, Everything's fine. Jeff and I are good. I'm curious your thoughts on how he processes just something negative.
He's fast in what he does, right? For the good and the bad. It's almost binary. It's, you know, he'll dive into one side or the other, and 95% of the time it's full positivity, energy, life. So it's tough when it goes full dive into the other 5%.
How do you handle it?
The truth is the truth. The truth will always come out. So I'm not hiding, and it's easy to be able to speak when it's truth.
Logan can sometimes fall victim to outsiders in his ear. It's one of his unfortunate traits. He'll get a sniff of something and he'll run with it. He never even explained to me like where he got that intel or like where in his brain that came from. But he called me and told me, and I was like, I don't think that's true, man.
The Cryptozoo saga is far from over. To have made a mistake like Japan, look myself in the mirror, take the accountability for it, and pivot and become a person who I do love, and then to have all that stripped away by one person who told a one-sided story because he doesn't like me is devastating, and it really hurt me. And why I say this story is just beginning is because it was a one-sided story. He told it how he wanted to tell it. He left things out, twisted his story, and told it a certain way that made me look like the captain of this ship.
He doesn't seem to see anything wrong with advertising a game that will make you money, it never delivering, millions of dollars being stolen by criminals he hired. And then when all of those people want their money back, he feels like he's the scapegoat.
Because his argument was that you're Logan Paul, and because of the exposure that you brought, this venture led people to lose money.
Everything you just said has an element of truth to it. Here's the problem. What you just described isn't a scam. I took on a project that I was simply incapable of handling at the time. By the time this comes out, it'll be done. The game's gonna be made. You're gonna have the opportunity to get your money back if you want, if you don't want to play the game. And I'm gonna take care of the people who made me look like this was a scam perpetrated by me. I didn't make any money, bro. I've lost $500,000 on this. Where's the scam? These internet journalists, internet investigative reporters have way too much responsibility on their hands that is being mismanaged and wielded in a really inappropriate way.
His argument would probably be the same goes for you too.
Of course. He's right.
What responsibility do you feel for what happened?
I put way too much trust in bad people to run a project that I really cared about. That's where I f***ed up.
How's the relationship with Jeff?
Fine. We'll see how he fares when all this is said and done. I'm not sure if it'll be positive.
There have been points where you've talked about parting ways before. Why do you think the relationship has been able to continue for so long?
I think he realizes that I truthfully care about him. There's not many people in the world that, you know, truthfully care about you.
Jeff has been very instrumental in teaching him to pump the brakes. He has been a dummy a number of times, but he is a very good person. And Logan especially requires perfection. And it's very hard to live up to. It's a lot of pressure to be allotted only a 0.1% mistake rate. And anytime you've seen Jeff deviate outside of that 0.1%, it's not, yo, let's have a talk with Jeff. It's, yo, we're getting rid of Jeff.
Logan Paul is not just me. It's a team of people. I happen to be the face of it, and I can be the target. But when you pull back the curtain, there's a team of people making decisions on what to do, what to say, how to act, who to hire, who to trust. And it would be silly for anyone to think that 100% of that responsibility lies on me. Just everyone on the team got to take accountability. We'll see. But I mean, I love Jeff, but there were definitely errors and mishaps that happened. as a result of his actions and for mine. But we'll see. I don't know.